Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Before I get into my usual monologue, I do realize that this eyebrow is not finished. And the reason being is that I'm going to show you guys my current eyebrow routine. I get a decent amount of questions about how I do my brows, especially on a lot of like my older videos. So I thought that I would just direct people to this video if they ever ask what my current routine is. So I'm going to show you guys that here in a minute. I'm also going to tell you what I have on the rest of my face, and this is an eye look that I did last week that I got a lot of questions about, and so I'm just going to tell you what products I used and how I used them, so kind of like a face of the day. Just because I didn't really filming like a full tutorial today, so I'm going to see if I can get away with doing this and see how it turns out. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the eyebrow routine first, and my hair is still pretty wet, so I'm just going to tuck it behind my ears. Now I am using two eyeshadows. Both of these eyeshadows are from NYX. This one here is SOS. This one here is called Over the Taupe. These are both matte shadow singles from NYX, and they have been working so beautifully for me. Most of you that have watched my videos for a while know that I really like the Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil, which is right here. And as you can see, I am starting to wear this guy down a little bit. I'm only probably going to have about a few weeks left with this, and I'm trying to figure out an eyebrow routine, and I think that I've found it, to where I don't have to repurchase this. Because this particular pencil is $23, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt because you do have to sharpen it. I do realize that there are the Brow Wiz pencils out there that come up automatically. I just find that I go through those so quickly, and they're, I think, $21. So each of these shadows are $4 each, so, and I feel like shadows last me a lot longer for eyebrow purposes than pencils do. So I figured out a pretty good little system for myself, and so I think that I'll probably not be super sad once I use this guy up. So I will continue to use it, but once it's gone, I'm going to try to see if I can avoid purchasing it. So I'm not using it for this tutorial at all. I am using my Smashbox number 12 brow brush. Now I got this like 10 years ago through QVC. It is the best brow brush that I know of because it's very stiff. The bristles are very dense, and it just packs on a lot of color, which is what I need because, as you can see, my brows are essentially non-existent. So the first thing that I do is I go in with Over the Taupe, which is this color right here, and I get some on my brush. Now this is going to look a little bit scary at first, but trust me, in the end it will look like this brow, which is a pretty perfect match for my hair color and just how I like my brows to look on me personally. So anyway, what I do is I get the product on there, and I sort of lay down the outline that I want for my eyebrows. Now I try to follow what natural hair I have left, because that's a good guide. But then I obviously have to kind of color the skin in around as well to make it look not quite as thin and a little bit more natural as a brow like this can look. But anyway, so I lay most of that color down. Pick up a little bit more if I need to, because I do have quite a few like bare spots. My brows are a constant source of frustration for me. Now, I don't color in like the upper portion of my brows with the Over the Taupe because it would be too dark. What I do next is I wipe off that excess on my clean towel in front of me, and I go in with the color SOS, which is a much lighter gray taupe color. And I get that on my brush, and then I essentially just go over the taupe, which is the name of this color, Over the Taupe. And sort of make the brow a little bit lighter using the SOS. Now there's another step that we're going to have to do to really tone this down, but this is kind of the first step in that process. So obviously make sure that your brows are at least sisters. They don't have to be twins, but they have to be sisters, so they have to look somewhat similar. So getting the shape down is kind of the key here. The tail tends to be the hardest for me because that's where the hair just kind of disappears altogether. So then I'm going to take an eyebrow brush. This is just the Lash Brow Groomer from Real Techniques. And I'm going to go through my brows and get rid of some of that darkness. And I do that just by brushing through lightly and trying to get rid of some of that darker color in there. Another thing I will do is take a Q-tip and sort of help to shape the brows a little bit as well. Now, it never fails that I always have to go back in after I initially brush through and put a little bit more color down. Sometimes I brush away a little bit too much. But I'd rather add a little bit more than look like a crazy clown person. Crazy clown person. What is that? I don't think I've ever met one. Okay. Again, go through with the Q-tip and sort of shape the brows. All right, so for the most part, I think that they are pretty even. Because my brows are, the hairs are sort of non-existent, I don't have to go through with a gel to keep them in place, but you could certainly do that. I do have the Anastasia brow gel in my professional kit. I use that on clients. I don't need it for myself, so I've never invested in it, but it is a good product, so I definitely recommend that to those of you who need an additional step to keep your brows from frizzing out or going curly crazy on you. So anyway, that is my current brow routine, and I've been really happy with this because it really does give me a decent look for every day. I still think that the Perfect Brow Pencil is fantastic, and if you have the beauty budget for it, I think it's definitely worth picking up. The color blonde is a perfect fit for me, and you guys see my color is kind of like in between, like an, I would like it to be ashy. It's not always super ashy, but it's kind of like between like a neutral blonde and like somewhere in the ashier range. But yeah, these have been working great for me, and I think that I'm going to continue to use them. So I'll use up my pencil and then stick with these for a while because no matter what shade of blonde I go, I can kind of adjust by adding a little bit more, or if I decide to go a lighter shade of blonde, I may just eliminate the over the taupe and just stick with the SOS. So let me tell you guys what I have on the rest of my face. So the eye look that I've been sporting quite a bit today, I use the Naked 3 palette, and I have the colors Limit and Nooner, which are these two right here. I have those on my lid, and I literally pack them onto like a flat shader brush together and put that all over my lid. And then in the crease, what I've been doing is using this over the taupe color just in my crease area. So let me get my little brush here. Essentially packing the majority of the color right here, and then working it in a little ways, not all the way to my inner corner, and then also down onto the lid just in the outer corner, and really blending that out, taking a pencil brush and putting the over the taupe as my powder liner underneath my lower lash line. And I've been super, super pleased with this look. It's easy to do, it looks polished, it looks finished, but it's also very basic and really easy to do. Again, the key is to blend so that you have that nice gradient. On the rest of my face today, I have a combination of the Sarah McNamara Miracle Skin Transformer and the Bobbi Brown BB Cream. I don't really like this all that much, but I do want to use the sample up, and the only way I can do that is by using it with my Miracle Skin Transformer. I do have my Too Faced Shadow Insurance in Lemon Drop because I think that eyeshadow primers are key. I did go over, and this looks so sad, I don't even want to show this to you. I think I just need to throw this away. I did originally put down Brulee from Wet n Wild. As you can see, it's in a million little pieces there. This is such a nice shadow, but it does crumble once you like hit pan, like serious pan, and I go through these pretty frequently, probably like one every 2 to 3 months. It's just my favorite product to put down because it helps with blending the other colors that you put on your eye. For my contour today, NYX Blush and Taupe, which is also hit serious pan there. I just have this little bit left right down here, and I can tell that probably in the next few days the rest of this is going to crumble, and I'll have to get out one of my backups. For my blush today, I'm going to show these in a little bit of like a review haul type video coming up here soon. I did use the Physicians Formula Color Palette Multicolored Custom Blush in the Brunettes, which is the more peachy of the two blushes that came out. So I'll tell you guys more about these in a video coming up here shortly. I got them for a really good deal, so I went ahead and splurged on them. On my lips, I have MAC Viva Glam 2 with Lorac Couture Shine Gloss in Retro, which is one of my favorite glosses. And my mascara today, I use the, it's right in front of me, Buxom Sculpted Lash Mascara in Blackest Black. So that's all that I have on my lashes. It provides a great natural lash look. Oh, liner, duh. Liner's kind of a big thing with this look. Just my favorite, the Sephora Jumbo Pencil in Dark Taupe Shimmer. So, and I do have a little bit of like a thicker line going on. You don't have to go quite as thick as I did. But anyway, this has been my go-to look for quite a few days in the last couple of weeks. It's just really easy for me to do, and like I said, it's kind of fun, a little bit smoky. So yeah, if you have any questions about this face of the day or about how I did my brows, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. But if you do have questions, definitely leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.